First off, obviously, great team win. I thought defense put their butts off today. Special teams as well, getting that block punt was huge. And then, obviously a great team in San Fran to be able to come out here as a team and fight the way that we did. And that last drive as well, the offensive line doing their thing, running the ball, late in the third quarter, early in the fourth, and then, just guys stepping up. I think that was huge for us today. Obviously, Jets goes down, Aaron Jones goes out on that last drive, and you had Speedy, Jalen Naylor, stepping up for us, and then Ty Chandler coming up huge for us too at the end, running the rock and taking care of the football. So great team win, and I'm really proud of the guys in there.
Sam, takes through the seam pass to Naylor there, and you threw it back shoulder. You just thrown it to a spot that only he can get in.
Yeah, just seeing the guy who was guarding him upfield shoulder a little bit. Felt like I had space on the back shoulder to be able to throw it, and most of those throws you throw over the top of the defender, and for Speedy and I to be on the same page with that, and him expecting that, not necessarily expecting the back shoulder, but reacting the way that he did was huge.
Can you take us through the long touchdown pass?
Yeah, obviously, getting a similar coverage that we were looking for. And, obviously I think I had Speedy as well on the high cross, and then, but just trusting Jets, man, to obviously beat his man, but also beat the safety. Just tried to put it out there for him, and obviously he got it and did the rest.
Whether you know he's open or you're getting it out there where he's the only one that can catch it, or like when it left your hand, did you know it had a shot?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely I knew it had a shot. And again, just the offensive line, the way that they battled all day, that's a really tough front up there. Just the time that they allowed, not only on that play, but, throughout the entire game was huge.
Sam, after he makes that catch, what are you seeing from your vantage point as he tries to get to the end zone?
I'm just watching him run around. That was pretty much it. And, I was ready to, get the next play, call the next play. And then I saw him kind of cross back across the field, and, noticed he had a lot of juice to be able to, get away from those defenders once he cut back across the field. And from when he cut back, that's when I kind of knew that we were going to score on that play. And that's one of those plays too that's really fun to be able to celebrate with the big guys while you're back there, just watching them run around.
Sam, just how impressive is that determination to not go down at the 35 or even get pulled down inside the 10 to make sure that ends in a 97-yard touchdown?
Yeah, it was obviously a really, really good play, and again, like a lot of guys, I feel like their legs would kind of give out, when you start to get into their or our side of the field, I guess, and then for him to be able to cut back and still, like I said, have enough juice to pull away from those guys was impressive.
Sam, there's probably not too many quarterbacks that are throwing deep 5 yards in the end zone against the 49ers. Just talk about the aggressive call in that situation.
Yeah, it was a great call, obviously, with them expecting some type of run play or quick throw to be able to, like you mentioned, you're backed up, and you want to sometimes teams play conservative, and we did that last week. Backed up, throwing the ball in the flat to Ty, playing it a little bit more conservative, but for KO to be able to call that play, and the guys, whatever, in the booth or the offensive staff to be able to see that and call it, it shows just the trust they have in me.
Sam's the swing there at the end of the first half. You had an interception, they come back and score. But to get points there at the end of the first half, how important was that to bounce back and kind of stem that tide there?
That was huge. I saw it firsthand the entire year last year. How much momentum that team on the other side, the Niners get when they score at the end of the half. And then, we were getting the ball in the second half, but, that just momentum can kind of carry, that team to a win most of the time. And for us to be able to get a good 2-minute drive there at the end of the half was big time for us.
On the long pass, what goes into the decision to go long as opposed to Naylor there?
Just seeing the safety's location. That's the biggest thing for me. And because I know that, Jets is going to beat his man.
Sam, what does it mean to you that Kevin puts that trust in you and that faith, whether it was the 97 or even at the end of the first half, you guys could have been conservative with the ball coming out of the second half, and you're being aggressive and going for it. I mean, he clearly trusts you to make the right decisions there. What does that mean at this stage of your career to have that coach believing in you?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, we practiced it all the time, in OTAs and training camp, and to be able to go out there and just execute a really good 2-minute drive at the end of the half was really good for our team.
Sam, what do you think you guys proved today, if anything?
I don't get into narratives like that. I think the biggest thing for us is just continuing to take it one day at a time, and we'll keep, stacking really, really good days on top of good days, and we'll see where we go from there.
The one that Warner got you, did you just make a good play there?
That Fred got me on?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a good play. I think I could be a little bit safer with the football in that situation.
Sam, you just mentioned earlier the trust that it takes for Kevin to make that play call when you're in the end zone for the 97-yard touchdown. But what does it do for you, or what does it feel like to know your coach has the confidence in you to make that play call?
Yeah, again, we've put in the time to be able to have the confidence not only in me, the coaching staff, but everyone in our organization, has trust and confidence in everybody. We've been building it since April, and we're excited to be able to watch the tape and move on to next week.
And it could be a blow when Justin's not in there, and you need this crucial drive to get points after they score. You're down him. You have no Addison, no Hawkinson. Yeah. What are you telling those guys in the huddle when you have a 14-play drive?
Yeah, I mean, this might suck for you guys to hear this, but I don't say anything. Those guys know exactly what we need to do. We need to go down there and whether it's putting a really good drive together, scoring points. We obviously would have loved to get in the end zone in that situation, but yeah, those guys, again, just being able to step up when your number's called. It's no one was surprised when that happened, when guys were stepping up, and we're just going to continue to have situations. Unfortunately, that's kind of how this league is some guys are going to step up or need to step up some weeks, and they're going to continue to do that.
Sam, once again, your defense has a couple takeaways, a couple fourth down stops. I mean, how much are you feeding off of what they're doing on that side of the ball?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I can't speak highly enough of what our defense and what our special teams what they're doing. It's special right now, but again, it's our second win. It's a really good win against a really good team. Don't get me wrong, but we're just going to continue to watch the tape, get better, and go from there.
Sam, is there any back and forth with defensive teammates when they're on the field for 13 plays in almost 10 minutes, and then you guys are out there for 3 and scoring a 97-yard touchdown drive? Or maybe they're a little tired, but they're also excited that you guys just scored?
Yeah, it's mostly, during the TV timeouts or during timeouts. That's when sometimes you can get a word in every now and then to some of those guys, especially a team, my former teammates from last year. But most of the time, I would say that everyone's pretty locked in on the field.
Sam, Justin keeps reiterating that he wants you to have trust in him when he's double teamed. He says it over and over again. When did you know you had trust in him when he was double teamed? Was it early on? Are you still growing it?
No, I mean I've seen it, in preparing to play football and for this team and watching him, the last couple of years continuing to beat double teams. And then the thing is too, if we don't get necessarily the look we're looking for, if they do double team him, there's guys on our team that can beat one-on-one coverage as well. And I'm going to, continue to have the trust in those guys as well.
Sam, is there anyone else in the league, any other receiver you think can pull off a play like that to beat the double team and then come back and actually score 97 yards?
I don't know. I'm not going to compare him to anyone else, but he's a really good football player, I'll say that.
Sam, what do you think of that atmosphere? Could you feel those fans behind you at any point in the game?
Absolutely. Yeah, the fans were incredible. For my first home game here at US Bank, it was pretty special. Appreciate you guys.